Yo, yo, RX, back with another breakdown of UFC 281 Adesanya versus Piera 3-1 by MMA standards, but 3 overall. Oh, what a card I have in store to break down. That was not English. Whatever. What a card we have. Great 14 fight card. Maybe 2 duds on the whole card. We're in for a treat. But, if you're new here, before I get into the breakdown for this week, I'm gonna do a quick recap of last week's card. Rodriguez versus Lemos. By quick recap, say the fight, say what I think, move on. So, you wanna do that? Let's do it. Vidal and Pascal. Well, I'm not shocked. Hadley and Candelario. Candelario sucks. Munoz Jr. and Shalolian. It's a Shalolian fight. Polyana Viana and Jinyu Fry. Holy fuck, Polyana Viana just said, fuck it, I'm killing you. And she did. Props to her. Bautista and Lopez, could not predict that anymore. Maverick and Young, could not predict that anymore. Dawson and Madsen, not too shocking. Ulanbekov and Manis. Manis must fucking hate Russians. Nerdenbekov, Shylan Nerdenbekov and Minner. James Krause was a piece of shit. Magny and Rodriguez. Neil Magny's doing Neil Magny things, still being the gatekeeper that he is. And Lemos and Rodriguez just goes to show power puncher can beat the better striker just off of power. That was last week's fine card. It happened, but now we're on to 14 fights in MSG, baby. And last thing before I talk about fights, please like, comment, sub. 100 subs over the end of the year. As always, let's talk about some fights. We start off the card at light heavyweight, and so does City Kickboxing, as we have Carlos Black Jag Alberg versus Negu Mariano. That's how you say it, Dan Hooker. Take notes. Let's talk about Carlos Alberg. He does kick off City Kickboxing's 4-fight night. He is 2-1 in the UFC. In his coming off Contender Series, in his debut, he had that war with Candide and Izechiku that he gassed out and lost. But since he had a Israel Adesanya performance against Fabio Charant, and then ran through Tafon and Chukwi. He's very Adesanya-like, stance-wise, fighting style. Like, go watch his Charant fight. It's pretty much an Izzy fight. Like, it's not far fucking from it, if we're being fucking honest. Like, I don't know what to say. Nothing more to say. He's a 205 shitty Izzy. Anyone who can't see that's just fucking blind. Like, I don't think Alberg's that good, to be honest. He just fights so much like Izzy that he wins. But when he does get to step up in competition like Negu Mariano, yeah, we'll see if fighting like Izzy and not being Izzy still works. So, yeah, that's Alberg. He's Izzy. To talk about his opponent, Nikola Negu Mariano, you have to say his last name slow or you Dan Hooker it. Negu is, let's see, 4-1 in the UFC. In his debut, he lost to Sabir Saberbeg Safarov. And then he rattled off 4 wins in a row. Alexis Kammer, Ike Villanueva, Kendi Nzechukwu, speak of the devil, and Ihor Pretorian. He's getting better as a fighter. You can definitely see that as he's fighting up in competition. He's a really good gas tank, very good wrestler, but will strike. The only fight on his winning streak he looked bad in was the Nzechukwu fight, but yeah, a lot of people say he lost that fight. If I remember correctly, it's a very bad fight, and I could see giving it to Nzechukwu, but I do think Negu winning is not impossible. I have not watched that fight since it happened though, so maybe I should go rewatch that sometime. Overall, I think he's a very underrated light heavyweight, only 28 years old, and this good already. He, in his last fight, he brutalized Ihor Pretorian. And then same thing, he brutalized Ike Villanueva. A breakdown of saying this dude's just a wrestler, but then he fucking is out here brutalizing dudes. So he can throw, but wrestling is his way, man. So, and I think in this fight he's definitely gonna want to become a wrestler because Black Jag is taller, and he doesn't have a better reach, but he's 4 inches taller. So yeah, it's a really good fight to begin the card. Very, very good fight. And the betting odds have Carlos Alberg us near even to a small favorite, 120, 125. I disagree. I probably have Negu Mariano minus 140, 150. I've seen more. He's beaten not much better competition, but better competition. And I think he's just way better. He has more ways of winning. Albert's way of winning is just idiot and point fight for 15 minutes. Could that happen? Yes. I don't think that's really in question. But I think his main way of winning is a lot harder to achieve than Negu Mariano's, either wrestling or striking. And also, Negu Mariano, like I said, I think I said, he has a really good gas tank. Alberg, in the one fight we saw him go into deep waters, does not have a good gas tank, so yeah. Overall, I am starting off the card with an underdog. I am going Nicola Negu Mariano by probably decision. I don't see him really finishing Alberg unless Alberg has a gas tank dump in the second or third. So I think Negu will get the win here and start CKB's night off on the wrong note. So I am going Negu Mariano by decision. Next up we have probably, I would say the worst fight of the card. I'm not gonna waste. These next 2 fights are the worst fights of the card. I'm not really gonna talk about them much. But we have at bantamweight Julio Arce versus Montel Quilk Jackson. Let's talk about Julio Arce. Very up and down UFC career so far for Julio. He is 5-3 in the UFC. His best win, really, actually, Dan Ige. But, Dan Ige is a really good win, but it was 2018. That aged well, but what's happened right now, probably not. And then besides that, really nobody. Julian Rosa, but come on, inconsistent Rosa. Andre Ewell, and then the last fight he beat Daniel Santos. Yeah. His losses are the biggest fight of his UFC career so far, and the one you can't even get mad at, Song Yadong. He got KO'd by Song Yadong. Are you really gonna be mad at losing to one of the best fucking bantamweights in the world. No. So, I think Arce is just fine. I don't think he's a great fighter. I don't think he's a bad fighter. He's just there. He'll beat, like I said, Andre Ewell and fucking Daniel Tamer and Daniel Santos. But against a guy like Song Yadong, he's taken now. Decent striking, but that's about the long and short of Julio Arce. For his opponent, Montel Jackson. Very good wrestler. Very lengthy also for bantamweight. In the UFC, he is, I'm so happy they have this topology, 5-2. His wins, a couple names you might recognize: Brian Kelleher, Andre Soccermom, Felipe Corrales, Jesse Strader, JP Buys. Not bad. His losses: Ricky Simone, not mad at in the slightest, and Brett Johns. And that guy like was meant to be really good. Like he's good. Like, you can say mainly the same shit for fucking Montel as you can say for Julio. They'll beat who they should, Andre Soccermom, JP Buys, etc. But they'll lose to Ricky Simone, Brett Johns. So, you know, kind of a double-sided coin. The only difference between them is Montel is a really good wrestler and Julio's a really decent striker. So, just like the last fight, in a way, it's striker versus grappler. This fight could go either way. Montel can strike a little bit. If you watch his JP Buys fight where he somehow didn't get to finish, but if I'm correct, it broke a UFC record for most drops. I think it was like 6, 7, some like UFC 4 shit. Fucking yeah, this is a fight between two fine bantamweights. Are either of these two ever gonna be champion? No. Are either of these two ever gonna be ranked? But are they gonna hang around that bantamweight division for a while? Yeah, 30 and 33. Yeah, they'll be around for another 5 years. So this is a fine fight. Nothing more to say. The betting odds have Montel Jackson minus 205 to plus 175. Questioning those odds a bit. I would probably have Montel as a favorite, but minus 135. I don't know if 205. I think he will win, but I don't know if I can say he should be a minus 200 favorite. I think that's just pushing it. And yeah, I think he has a high possibility of losing and a high possibility of winning. So we'll see. I am going Montel Jackson by decision though. So yeah, decent fight. Montel Jackson by decision. After that, the fight the fight I've had the most trouble breaking down in my head before this and picking a winner. Mike the Lone Wolf Trezano versus Sung Sting Hu Choi. Yeah, another battle between subpar fighters in a division. Two subpar fucking featherweights. Let's talk about Mike Trezano. In the UFC, Mike is 3-3, even though I think he should be 2-4. He did not win that Ludwig Klein fight, if I remember, and in my opinion, he should be on a 4-fight losing streak. But besides that, his wins in the UFC, some nobody and Luis Pena, and then he got on a 4-fight losing streak. Grant Dawson, Ludwig Klein, Hakeem Dawodu, and Lucas Almeida. Not mad at Grant Dawson or Hakeem Dawodu, really. Ludwig Klein, and Lucas Almeida, Like, I've never saw much of Mike Trezano. I don't think anyone does, but like personally, I've never saw much of him. Is he a good fighter? Not really. Is he? He's just there. Yeah, if we're being honest. Sorry. He's just there. He's like nothing more to say about him. He's just there. He's not gonna be ranked ever. He's not gonna beat anyone that good. He's just there. To talk about his opponent, Sung Woo Choi, can pretty much say the same thing for him. He's there. In the UFC, he is 3-4. His wins, Yusuf Salal, Julian Erosa. That name's coming up a lot right now. His losses, Mansour Evloev, Gavin Tucker, Alex Caceres, and Joshua Kulibau. Not really one year debut in the UFC is Mansour Evloev. Yeah, I'm not mad that you lost. And then Gavin Tucker, pretty good. Alex Caceres, wise veteran. Kulibau, very good. Beating Erosa and Zalal, can't really, like, yeah, you should. Choi is very big for 145. He is 6 feet tall. Like, he's not a bad fighter, just he doesn't seem like he uses all of the talent he could have. Because he's showing flashes like in the Erosa fight. He KO'd him in 97 seconds. But then you have the fucking Caceres fight where he Piotr Jan knees him literally and then he gets choked. So I don't know, he's had many ups and downs in his career, pretty much. That's all I can say. You can do that for both guys. These guys have mostly had downs in their careers with a small W, with a small up in there. So, depending on where this fight, I have Sung Woo Choi minus 155. The plus 135. Probably thinking about it. Yeah, thinking about it, yeah. I think he's gonna win. He just seems like he is better than Trezano in many places, and I think he'll show here. So I'm going Sung Woo Choi by decision. Now, from this fight until the end, it's just banger after banger after banger. As we start off with a fight I'm really hyped for, and when I say this fight, you're gonna think I'm drunk or high. I'm neither. I'm actually hyped for this fight, and if you know fights, you are too. We have Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Sylvia La Malvada Gomez Suarez, whatever. Yes, I'm actually hyped for a battle of two 37-year-olds. Why? Because one has nukes in their fucking hands and one is old and shitty. Let's talk about Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Okay, Kay. What has happened to you poor thing? 37 years old and has had such a bad last couple years. In her last 6, she's 1-5. She went on a terrible losing streak from end of 2018 to the beginning of 2022. But when I read off these names, you're not mad at these losses. Jessica Andrade, Michelle Watterson, Grasso, Jan, and Penne. Besides Penne, are you mad at those losses? I can't be. To be honest with you, I can't really be mad at those losses. But before that, she was one of the best strawweights in the world with Rose, JJ, Gadelia, Andrade, fucking, someone else on the tip of my fucking, maybe that's everyone. Like, she was undefeated going into UFC 205 in MSG, no less, to fight Joanna, the Battle of Poland. And she beat Rose before that. Like, ever since she lost to Joanna, she's won 3 fights. 2 against Felicia Herring and 1 against, I don't even know who the fuck Jody Escobar is. So, I thought it's clear why she's had this decline. She's 37 years old, and in a division that only gets younger. So she is coming off a win, but against Felicia Herring in 2022. Come on, let's not fucking overhype it too much now. Yeah, Carolina's old, and if she wins this, it's pure fucking luck. If she wins this, if she wins this, she needs to retire, because they're gonna give her a real fight, like Emily Ducote or Lupe Godinez, and she's gonna get fucking annihilated. So, yeah. But for her also 37-year-old opponent, Sylvia Gomez Suarez, God, this bitch hits hard. In her UFC debut, on short notice, she got beat by Lupe Godinez, and it got dominated, but are you really mad at losing to Lupe Godinez on short notice? Then in her second fight, earlier at the beginning of this year, she almost knocked out Vanessa Demopoulos, but Demopoulos recovered and got the armbar victory. And then a couple months ago, she had a shocker against Na Liang, knocking her out cold in about 82 seconds. Fucking, this chick hits hard as fuck. She has a lot of finishes on her record. Let's see where to show. She has 7 KOs on her record. 7 for a fucking strawweight. A strawweight. 7 finishes. What the fuck? Is she that good? Not really, but she has power. And she might be 37, but unlike Carolina, if we're talking fight age, which, yeah, I do think it's a weird thing, and I really don't get it, but, like, if we're talking fight age, like, Carolina in fight age is like 40. Sylvia in fight age is like 30. If that. So, yeah, the betting odds for this fight are pretty even, 115, 105. Over the week, Carolina has been a small favorite to near even. I don't agree. I would have Sylvia minus 180. She should win this fight. Like, yeah, Carolina's coming off a win, but again, Felicia Herring. So, I am going Sylvia Gomez Suarez, and I'm going by knockout in the first. I think it's going to be sad to watch KK get flatlined again, like it's Andrade, and hopefully she does hang up the gloves, because if she could just be here for a paycheck, and then that makes sense, but if she actually gives a fuck about her health and legacy, she retires after this fight if she gets flatlined bad. So, I'm going Sylvia Gomez Suarez by knockout in the first. Yes, a female fight, I'm picking knockout in the first. It's not as weirded out by it as you, so whatever. And then the featured early prelim, we have Atman Bulldozer Azaitar versus Matt Steamroller Frivola. Let's talk about Atman Azaitar. He's back. He's finally back after all the bullshit that went down with the bag and whatever. He's finally back. After 2 years away, he's back, which is shocking, but happy to see him back. The dude showed a lot of potential when he was fighting. He is 2-0 in the UFC, knocking out Timur Pakilev and Karma Worthy in the first round brutally. Yeah, the dude is good. The dude is good from what we've seen. Yeah, we've seen a very, very, very weak competition, but overall, he's not a terrible fighter, I don't think. And I think that if he's still what he was 2 years ago, Mafrovola is fucked, and B, 150, 155 somehow keeps getting better. Not much to say about him. He's super powerful and very scary to fight. And if he's half of what he was, I'm excited to talk about the veteran Matt Favola. Funny ass Tabaji pick. In the UFC, he is 3-3-1. His wins: Jalen Turner, won that age great, Luis Pena, and Genardo Valdez. His losses: Polo Reyes, Armen Trashukian, can't get mad at that, and Terrence McKinney, definitely not mad at that. And then he had a draw with Lando Venata. He's good. He's in there to have a fight most of the time. Like, really, his last 3 fights, either he got wrestle fucked, he got KO'd quick, or he went to war. So, I think he's fine, but he's not great. Like I said, you can't get mad at the 2 dudes he lost to, McKinney and Armin. But at the same time, it just shows that, yeah, you're gonna beat guys you should, but you have no chance against the higher echelon of guys. So, with that being said, the betting odds do have Favola a small favorite all week to near even. I don't see it. Even if we are banking on a what if scenario on Otman still being what he was 2 years ago, I still think he should be minus 150. Like, I don't know how you could look at the tape for Otman and the tape for Favola and say, yeah, Favola should be the favorite. Like, I don't know. Personally, I'm going Otman Zaitar by knockout in the first. I think he's gonna steamroll the steamroller. Bulldozer versus steamroller. Bulldozer's gonna win. So, Otman Zaitar by knockout in the first. So that's just the early prelims, and that's a pretty good early prelims. Good 205 fight, good female fight, and good end to the card. Now we have 4 prelims, and we start off with a okay wrestling match at middleweight. Andre Petroski versus Wellington, the Prodigy Turman. Let's talk about Andre Petroski. A dude who looked great on The Ultimate Fighter, did not win it, but got a shot anyway, and now he is 2-0 in the UFC. 3-0, my bad. In his debut, he ran through Michael Gilmore, then he ran through Yasong Hu, and then he ran through Nick Maximov. He's a really good wrestler. If you're on the ground with him, it's gonna be a hard night. Because he's good. He'll grab a neck or he'll ground and pound your ass. He does not give a fuck. And he's good. He's really good. He's only 31 years old, and if he can just get better striking, he could be a problem. He's up there with one of the best grapplers, wrestlers, whatever, in the division, with GM3 and Bo Nickel. So, he's really good. He'll grab your neck without even thinking about it. To talk as little as I have to about Wellington Turman, the dude fucking sucks. He is a fucking joke. He's not good. He'll never be good. He should be cut. Next, The betting odds for this fight have Andre Petrosky minus 210 to plus 175. Sure, I'd probably have him minus 2. And most time I wouldn't say Petrosky should be minus 2, but I don't know. I think Wellington Tournament is a joke. His last 2 wins are Sam Alvey in a close fight, and that I thought Alvey won, and Misha Serganov. Come on. And then he beat Marquez Perez. Who? Come on, man. He's not good. He's so bad. I am going Andre Petrosky by... How does he finish him? Submission, ground and pound. I'm saying Andre Petrosky knockout / TKO in the second. Boom. Andre Petrosky TKO in the second. 3 finishes in a row. Does that streak continue? Next fight on the card, we have, this is where shit really starts hitting full gear, Cold-Blooded Blanchfield versus Meatball Molly McCain. No Patty Pimplet. But, holy fuck, is the Molly train getting fucking cancelled? Or is Cold-Blooded fucking all hype? Let's talk about Earn. 23 years old and looking like fucking Habib. In the UFC, she's 3-0. Just wrestle fucked Sarah Alpar and Miranda Maverick, and had a weirdly terrible performance against JJ Aldrich until she got the submission. She all she wants to do is wrestle the flying fuck out of you. There's no other debate on what she wants to do. She's gonna wrestle you. You're not gonna like it, but you have no other fucking option, dog. The long and short of it, you don't have another option. Not much more to say. She's trying to wrestle you and you have no other option. But we are not talking about her opponent yet. Till right now. The Meatball. The fucking... Is it over? Was it all just beating cans here? Probably. Meatball motherfucking Molly saving her career sucking Patty's dick, and now on a 3-fight win streak. Ji-Yeon Kim in a war, Luana Carolina with one of the KOs of the year, and Hannah Goldie. Now it's time to put up or shut up for Molly. She beat the shitty fighters. Now can she beat a real fighter? Probably not. More than likely, she's gonna get 30-27. But where would I be me if I didn't make fun out of picks? And I'm going in this fight for fun, the plus 310 underdog to the minus 390 favorite. I'm going. She's not gonna win. I don't think she will, but for fun, I'm going Meatball Molly McCain by knockout in the first. What if she throws a knee as her shooting? What if she throws an elbow? What the fuck if my McCain knockout in the first? What if? Do I think it's gonna have a not fucking chance? No. What if? Let's have fun with this shit. What if? Next up, the prelims is co-main. we have Dominic the Devastator Reyes finally back versus Ryan Superman Spam. Let's talk about Dominic Reyes. What are there to say besides he's finally back after Yuri almost killed him a year and a half ago, and Jan killed him, and he beat John Jones. Dude went from beating John Jones to fighting Ryan Spam after getting viciously KO'd twice. Poor dude. Fucking, when he's on his game, he's good, but man, we're not been on his game many times lately. But also, he's fighting Yuri and Jan. And what can you really do? Besides not die, and he died. He died. Reyes, we all know what we're gonna Reyes. Striking, pretty good. Pretty good. For his opponent, Ryan Spam, we know what we're getting. We're getting subpar light heavyweight. We're getting a subpar light heavyweight. Ryan Spam is okay, but he's not good. His last 3 wins are Ian Kutilaba, Misha Serkinov, and Sam Alvey by split. His losses are Johnny Walker and Anthony Smith. Really? Really, motherfucker? Dude, Reyes is gonna win this fight. Let's be honest. Reyes is winning this fight. I really don't want to see how you can pick Spam in this fight. Unless you think Reyes' chin is gone, or he's just that beat up now, that Spam can hit him hard enough to kill him, but I don't see it. Even the betting odds agree, Reyes minus 225. I'd probably, yeah, he should win this fight. Keyword, should. So, I am going Dominic Reyes by decision. Think he'll bounce back with a pretty good win over Ryan Spam. So, Reyes by decision. And now the featured pre-one. A fight that could really go either way between two not great lightweights. Anato Moicano versus Brad Quake Rido. Let's talk about Moicano. Dude's had ups and downs in his whole career. Not many ups that are big. Like, yeah, he beat Anthony Hernandez. Good job. Who hasn't? He fucking beat, or Alex Hernandez, my bad. Fucking, you beat, I think, Jai Herbert or some shit. Yeah, you beat Jai Herbert. And Damir Hadzovic. Cool. But people only remember him for Aldo, Zombie, Fiziev, RDA. Like, he's never really done anything. He's just, yeah, he beat Calvin Kattar, but let's be honest, fucking luck. Like, he's never done anything. What has he done? He's just there. He gives a fight, but he's just, Not more to say about him besides, For his opponent, Brad Riddell, dude is on a fucking bad losing streak right now. Losing to Fiziev and Turner, not bad people to lose to, but he needs to win this one. And because he was on a nice streak before Dober, Magomed, Malarkey, but then he dropped 2 in a row, and now he needs the win bad. Will he get it? He could. These are 2 fucking 55ers I don't trust. This is just like the fucking band. It's like Montel Jackson. Just like Sung Woo Choi. I don't trust these motherfuckers. I don't. But If you ask me who I trust more, oh, and the betting odds for Nato Moicano minus 125, wrong, should be near even. If you ask me who I trust more, it's probably Brad Riddell. On an Izzy card, he usually wins on those. I think he gets the job done here. It's a good fight. I think Moicano will give him problems. But at the end of the day, I think Riddell will squeak out the win, so I'm going Brad Riddell by decision. So, yeah. Now, after the prelims, we move on to a pretty fucking good main card. As we start off at lightweight still, with more CKB, City Kickboxing guys, and we got Dan the Hangman Hooker versus Claudio Prince of Peru Puelles. Not for main card, at least pay per view. I really don't go into the fighters much because I don't need to. I don't need to go into Dan Hooker. We know Dan Hooker. The dude gonna go in there, do his thing, win, lose, draw, and indifferent. He's having a rough patch right now. His only win in the last 5 is Nasrat Haqparaz in a fight no one remembers. Besides that, he beat Fowler, he beat Poirier. Oh no, my bad. He beat Fowler, he lost to Poirier. He lost to Chandler. He lost to Allen. He lost to Makhachev. He's losing to good guys, but he's kind of getting dominated by 3 of the last 3 guys. Like, this fight will show if Hooker is washed or not. If he loses this, especially in bad fashion, dude, fucking cut him. Honestly, they won't, but fuck. If he wins this dominantly, then okay, happy to see you back. But I'm not counting on him doing that, to be honest. Not fucking counting on it. Not counting on it. For his opponent, who you probably don't know, so I will talk about him, Claudio Puelles. In the UFC, he is 5-1. In the last couple fights, he beat Clay Guida, Chris Gritzmacher, Jordan Levitt. So, a couple decent guys. He loves him some knee bars. You can tell this was a tailor-made matchup for Hooker. A dude with very weak striking, but a great ground game. Like, at this point, you could just gave Hooker Jordan Levitt. It would have made as much fucking sense. They want Hooker to win, but will he? The betting odds say he will, minus 160 to plus 135. I honestly would agree. I think Hooker should be the favorite, but here comes the but. I'm going Claudio Puelles. What if he gets Dan to the ground, he takes that knee, and he rips that bitch off? What if? It could happen, and I think it's gonna happen. I'm going Claudio Puelles by submission in the first. Knee bar, rip that man's knee off. I think it happens. I think Dan's done. I think he's checked out. He's taken over his last 4 fights. Over his last 6 fights. A war with Fowler. A war with Poirier. Knocked out bad by Chandler. Dominated by Islam. Destroyed by Allen. What if Puelles is the man to put that nail in the coffin? Because right now it's still open a little bit. But losing to Claudio Puelles as Dan Hooker, you're done. You're done. I'm going Claudio Puelles by submission in the first. Next up, we have a fight that's kind of sad to talk about, so I'm not going to talk about it much. The last ride of the legend, Frankie the Answer Edgar versus Chris El Guapo Gutierrez. It sucks to see. UFC gave a fucking legend, a veteran retiring a hard matchup. What the fuck else is new? The sky is blue. I hate the UFC doing this shit. They know fucking Edgar's gonna lose, so fuck them. But at the same time, fuck. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste much time on this. Gutierrez is gonna win. Trust me, every fiber of my being wants to pick Edgar, but it's just not gonna happen. If we're being honest, like, let's be honest. Do you really think Edgar's gonna win this fight? 41 years old, back-to-back vicious knockouts. A lot of people say, yeah, he didn't win a million fight, which means he hasn't won a fight since like 2017 or some shit. So, it sucks that they gave Frankie a tough fight, but I think the clock is almost over for Frankie. So I am going Chris Gutierrez by decision. I think he probably holds back and lets Frankie make it the last couple minutes. I'm going for the minus 210 favorite for Chris Gutierrez. Sucks to see a legend go out like this, but what can you do? You can't do shit, man. Can't do shit. Gutierrez by decision. After that, we get to the people's main event of the evening. I'm not even gonna break this down. I'm just gonna tell you the fighters and tell you the truth of this fight. We have Dustin the Diamond Poirier versus Iron Michael Chandler. Not gonna talk much on this. All you need to know, if you have a pulse, you know this is gonna be fight of the night. These two motherfuckers hate each other, and these two motherfuckers are gonna go in there, swang, bang, till one is dead on the canvas. The bang odds have Dustin minus 200 to plus 170. I don't know if I'd have him that high of a favorite. I probably would move Dustin to minus 145, 50. He should be the favorite, but I don't know if I can say minus 2. Yeah. I think it's gonna be a war. I can see this going any way, really. The Chandler used wrestling to win. The Chandler dropped him. Does Poirier drop Chandler? I don't know. But I'm gonna say this. I'll see you at the top. I'm going Iron Michael Chandler to get the W here. Shock a lot of people. He's gonna see you at the top. And I'm gonna see him there because I'm going Iron Michael Chandler by decision. Nothing more needs to be said. Watch this fight. It's gonna be fight of the night. One of the fight of the year contenders. Maybe not fight of the year. A lot of shoes to fill in that situation. But maybe, just maybe, fight of the night. I can guarantee you it will be. Michael Chandler by decision. After that, not gonna waste much time on this. Weili's gonna kill Carla. Not gonna waste time. Weili Zhang by knockout in the first. My lock of the night. Not gonna waste anything. More on that. Carla has dick for chance, and Weili's gonna kill her. Next, the main event of the evening. Fuck, I don't know how to pick this fight. We have Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya versus Alex Potan Piera 3. 1 in MMA, 3 overall. Man, my brain says Piera in a way. My heart says Izzy. I still like Izzy. I'm a big Izzy fan. I have been for a while. He was my first profile pic on social media. But my fuck, his last 3 fights have all been garbage. Ever since he lost to Jan, he's scared. And then that Elsa shit, good Christ. Like, he didn't do that this week at the press saying fuck. But still, man, what the fuck were you thinking? If his titties fucked up at the weigh-ins, he's on steroids. He's on, and I think he probably is on roids. And then Alex Pereira. What do you say for Alex Pereira? The dude's scary as shit. The dude, 3 wins in the UFC, 2 by knockout, 1 by decision. I think he was just off that day. Killed Andreas Mikulaitis. Killed Sean Strickland. Killed Izzy in a kickboxing match. Dude, this fight can go so many ways. And by the way, dumb fucks who say, Izzy will just fucking wrestle. A middleweight is not gonna wrestle a heavyweight, you dumb motherfuckers. Alex will pick Izzy up by the leg and slam him. He probably could. I don't want to make a pick. I'm not making a pick yet for this fight, if I'm being honest with you. I can't. The betting odds have Izzy minus 180 to plus 155. I would have them 115 apiece. Dead ass. This fight can go either way. I have no idea who I'm picking yet. No fucking idea. Again, one part of me says Izzy. Other part of me says fucking Alex. So I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know anymore. I will, if you want to see who I picked, go to my Tapology on Saturday, link down below, and see who I picked. Right now, I cannot make a pick. I'm sorry. So, but I will go over my picks one more time since we are at the end of the card. My picks for the card. Nikolai Negamarianu by decision. Montel Jackson by decision. Sung Hoo Choi by decision. Sylvia Gomez Juarez by knockout in the first. Suarez, whatever. Otman Zaitar by knockout in the first. Andrei Petrosky by knockout / TKO in the second. Meatball Molly by knockout in the first. Dominic Reyes by decision. Brad Riddell by decision. Claudio Puelles by submission in the first. Chris Gutierrez, sadly, by decision. Michael Chandler by decision. Lock of the night, Weili Zhang knockout in the first. And the main event, I'm not sure yet. I'm not 100% sure. I'll keep you updated. So, that's the card. It's an amazing card. MSG cards always deliver. And yeah, 281 man. Hope you're ready for the card. Hope you will enjoy the card. Tell me your picks down below for the card. Those are my picks. And yeah, I'm hyped for the card. I'm tired of shit going into Friday morning though. We still have the weigh-ins, prayers, everything goes and stays the same. Everyone makes weight, everyone does their thing, and we get 14 fights on Saturday. With that being said, like, comment, sub. 100 subs go by the end of the year. I'm not gonna hit that even close. You'll hear from me next week for a breakdown of Lewis versus Spivak. Yes, that's happening next week. Does anyone know about it? No. But yeah, same bat time, same bat channel, Friday 1 o'clock. Lewis Spivak breakdown plus a 281 recap. And did I forget anything to say? Not that I know of. As always, RX out, and I'll see you at the top.